For the cynics among us, maybe someone would say, of course they become a defense company. How much was this a pull in terms of demand, not a push from your VCs?
It was very much a pull for us. From day one of the company, we've always had the vision that we wanted to go electrify and power everything on the water. And we are just doing that even faster than we expected because of the incredible demand we've seen across both the commercial and the defense sectors.
How will you use your technology that you've proved out in the consumer's realm into the world of commercial? I mean, already you've been developing a tugboat. How does that look like some sort of, well, case study that you bring into the defense realm?
Yeah, I'll start with electric propulsion is just a fundamentally better technology for the water than combustion. This is very similar to the transition that rail went through many decades ago, and now the marine industry is transitioning over to better technology. We've developed that technology, we've hardened it in the consumer space with our consumer boats. We've scaled up production of that, we've built a team around that, and the credibility that we know what we're doing. And now we're taking that same technology and deploying it into the commercial and defense sectors to electrify those fleets and make them more reliable, give them greater uptime, better performance, and better operating costs.
When we think about how much you will be making, I mean, we see the boat, the consumer-focused one, you're building that. How much are you having to work in partnership with the key primes? Will you be building out an entire fleet for them, or is it more about just the propulsion and the engines?
What we specialize in is in that electric powertrain and basically the technology platform powering these vessels. So the motors and the battery packs, the wiring, the thermal controls, the firmware, software, telemetry, all of those systems. We do design the vessels around those powertrains as well, but we do that in partnership with commercial operators, with defense primes. So we are approaching this through the lens of partnerships where we bring what we do best, which is that electric powertrain, and partner with vessel manufacturers or shipyards, boatyards.
We've just seen the VCs that are backing you on this latest round, $50 million Series C. A lot of them very focused on defense tech, very focused on American dynamism, to use a phrase. Has that been helpful in terms of the partnerships?
Absolutely. These are a fantastic group of investors. We are thrilled to have their support behind us as we continue to scale as a company. I mean, Eclipse and Menlo, Lower Carbon, Necessary, Andreessen Horowitz, these are amazing investors, and we're lucky to have their support and their enthusiasm for what it is that we're doing.
What it is that you now need? The 50 million, is it about going to market? Is it about sales? Is it about still getting the technologists in-house?
There's so much demand for the technology that we're bringing to market. This is very much a supply side problem for us. We need to ramp up our supply of the technology that we're building. That's increasing production of the consumer boats we're making. It's increasing production and the speed at which we're bringing the powertrains to the commercial and defense markets as well. So this is really an accelerant on our ability to supply these sectors with this electric technology.
I mean, they look really cool, and our team has been on them before. How many have you made in the consumer realm? How many are already being contracted in the commercial and the defense realm?
Yeah, we are now making multiple boats a week out of our Los Angeles-based factory on the consumer side, so on the smaller vessel side. We are under contract for $160 million worth of tugboats. And I can't disclose much more about this, but we are working with a major defense prime on autonomous surface vessels, so basically drone ships out on the water.
Mitch, unfortunately, defense is front and center right now, and we think about a Middle Eastern conflict that does impact supply chains. How much are you able to keep your supply chain US and local? How much are we now self-sufficient in the terms of electric vehicle batteries that you need?
Yeah, we are a Los Angeles-based company. We have 200 people working out of our headquarters here in Los Angeles. We pride ourselves on making things here in America. It certainly helps our supply chain that we do this locally. That doesn't mean that we are entirely insulated from disruption in supply chains across the world, but we've got a big jump start on this and have since we first started this company 5 years ago.